Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me for practice today. Arrive on your mat and find a comfortable seat, whatever that may look like for you today. I'm in a Sukhasana, but you can certainly keep your legs stretched long in front of you, or lean against a wall, or even sit in a hero's pose. Today's practice will be one of mobility. We'll move, we'll see how we can move, how we can stretch the body, how it inspires us to want to move again, how we can connect our mind and our body and our spirit all together, all through this simple practice of yoga. Sometimes it's good to have a yin practice or a restorative practice. Our mind just needs to settle down and quiet without moving the body, without stretching the ligaments or joints. But sometimes we do need to move, especially if we're at a job where we're sitting all day or most of the day. It really feels good to let the body move more actively in practice. So today, it won't be a difficult practice. We'll just move as we feel comfortable, uniting our body, uniting our mind, and of course, uniting our spirit. So find that comfortable seat. You can place your palms on your thighs, palms down to help ground you, or palms up to help you receive all the goodness from the universe. Whatever feels appropriate, whatever feels right for you today, always honoring the body. If it's part of your practice, you can soften the gaze in your eyes. Let them close. Let as little light as you can filter through the eyes. Feel your torso grow long as you engage the belly slightly, navel towards your spine. And feel your crown reach towards the sky. The shoulders roll back, slide down the back. Find comfort in the lower extremities. Feel the upper extremities lift and reach. Settle into quiet. Feel comfortable with stillness. And begin to notice the breath. As you practice today, always come back to the breath. In moments of stillness, in moments of quiet, let yourself connect to the breath. As you're moving through your postures, difficult postures, or ones that just might seem uncomfortable for you today, recognize the breath, your unique expression of breath. Let it soften your joints. Let it ease your mind. Let it guide you and be your teacher. Sit in stillness. Feel the breath soften the body. And as you do, notice how the mind is reacting, how the mind feels in this present moment. There are always thoughts that are going through your mind. Am I sitting correctly? Is my neighbor in my yoga class doing the pose the same as me, or should I be doing something else? Let those thoughts dissipate. There's no wrong way, there's no right way. Everybody's body is different. Everyone sits differently, moves into standing postures differently. Let yourself be at ease. Let your body, your mind, and your spirit join. Become one. Allowing this time for yourself to notice how you feel mentally, physically, and spiritually. Always coming back to the breath, these moments of stillness. Even in your moments of activity, can you find quiet time in your standing postures as you're holding a pose? Feel the gentle inhalation of breath moving through your body, lifting the ribs and the back body, the side body, moving all the way up to your chest, and then letting the breath exit, moving slowly through your body, letting go all that came before you arrived to practice today. This is your time, your safe space, your sacred space. Inhale and exhale. Find joy in your practice. Let it become an experience that you look forward to. Knowing that it becomes easier and easier to connect with your breath, your life force. Understanding how it calms the mind, how it soothes the body, your life force, your breath. A gentle inhale and a gentle exhale. Sitting in stillness, sitting in quiet, receiving all the graces of the universe, having a quiet internal conversation with your mind, your heart, your spirit, letting the conversation flow, knowing what you need physically, what you need emotionally, and then letting it all unfold through simple breath work, through gentle movement, inviting the body to move and flow. A deep, full inhalation, lifting the ribs, the side body, the back body, arriving at the collarbones, and then beginning your exhale, releasing, letting go, moving your navel towards your spine. And another deep inhalation, cleansing the body. And then exhaling and releasing. Moving the breath slowly on your exhale. And coming into stillness. Finding more gentle breath now. A simple breath, an even breath. A seamless breath. Sitting in the moment, always remembering to honor your body as you practice, as you flow and move. And very slowly, if your eyes were softened or closed, begin to open your eyes, come back into the present moment. Hear the sounds in the room where you are practicing. Feel the air on your cheeks, on your skin. Invite calmness and peace into your practice today. And then slowly let your palms release in front of you as you lower your torso towards the earth in whatever way feels comfortable. Stretching the back body, folding your torso over your thighs. A gentle inhale and exhale, slowly, mindfully awakening the body. And slowly lift the torso just a bit and begin to fold over your right thigh. Inviting a little bit of a deeper stretch, still awakening the body mindfully, kindly. And let your hands walk through the center again and begin to fold over your left thigh. Lowering to the earth, feeling a stretch in your groins, in your thighs, in your hamstrings, even in your buttocks. And then coming back to center, engaging the belly slightly and lifting up into a tall spine. Inhaling the arms overhead, reaching for a moment, and then releasing your right palm to the mat, your left arm is overhead as you begin to laterally side stretch the body. Inhale, release the left palm to the earth as your right arm reaches horizontally across the body. And begin to move with your breath from right to left, gently awakening the body in this lateral movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Letting the body awaken with kindness, slowly, mindfully. Returning to center, pausing for a moment, still being part of the present moment. And then inhaling your arms, crisscrossing your fingers behind the base of your head, opening your elbows, just lengthening the spine for a moment, and then drawing the elbows together as you roll the chin towards the chest, feeling a stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale and open, let the elbows separate, let your head be received by your interlaced fingers. Gentle awakening of the neck muscles, always carefully, always slowly. Elbows come together, chin lowers. Inhale, open your elbows. Let the head be received. And one more time, close the elbows. And this time when your chin is down, move your elbows in one direction to the left or the right. Feel a little bit of a difference, stretching your neck. Slowly back to center. And then over to the right. Slowly come back to center. Your head is still tipped. Your chin is still tucked. And then inhale and lift. Chin becomes level. Neck is straight and arms separate and release. Mindful in a slow way of moving the neck muscles. Let your knees gather together if you were in a Sukhasana and find your way into a table position. The palms of your hands are pressed into the earth, wrists are right under shoulders, feet can be flat or toes tucked, belly engaged. Gaze down at your drishti point and prepare to move the spine in a gentle cat-dog movement. Inhale and lift the chin, the tailbone, the chest, and exhale and tuck the navel towards the spine, tuck the chin towards the chest. Move into cat. Inhale and lift, tailbone, chest, and chin. Palms still pressing into the earth. And then exhale and round. A gentle movement, awakening of the vertebrae and spine, and a simple cat-dog movement. You can speed the movement up if it feels right for your body. You can move slow and methodically. And one more time into cat. And then release, come to a neutral spine. Flatten the tops of your feet if they were tucked. Let your right fingertips reach long in front of you and your left leg, toes reaching towards the back of the mat. Gaze down at the center of your mat, your drishti point or your focal point. Engage the belly and find a gentle balance. Reaching with fingertips, reaching with toes, keeping the belly engaged. And then begin to move your right elbow in towards your left knee. Curl and release, actively awakening the body, stimulating the stomach muscles. Exhale and round and curl. And one more time, lengthen and then curl, knee towards elbow. Lengthen again, let your right fingertips release, your left knee moves in towards the right. And just pause for a moment before we begin the opposite side. So this time, your left fingertips reach towards the front of the mat as your right leg extend. Your toes are pointed or flexed towards the back of the mat. Belly is engaged. focusing down at the center of your mat. Finding the breath, reaching and lengthening, awakening the body, finding mobility. And then let your left elbow meet your right knee as you curl and inhale and release. Awakening the stomach muscles, finding some movement with the body, maybe even surprising yourself that you could move in this way. Inhale and lift, and one more time, curl. Let your right arm release down to your left, your left arm releases to your right, and your right knee releases and meets the left. Just pause for a moment, and then let your hips sink back. Widen your knees, big toes touch. Arms can reach long and extend in front of you, or you can stack your fists, receive your forehead. For a resting in stillness pose, a wide knee chow pose. Reconnect to the breath. Reconnect to the present moment. Let the body soften. Notice the breath. Always come back to the breath in these moments of stillness. Inhale and exhale. Another deep inhalation and another exhalation. Each time you inhale, feel the ribs expand, and as you exhale, let the buttocks move a little bit closer towards the soles of your feet. And begin to release, walking the palms in front of you, placing the palms on the mat, letting the knees slowly move together, and then walking the palm prints up, one hand length, tucking the toes, hovering and lifting the knees as you send the buttocks up and back into your first downward facing dog. Your hamstrings, your shins, all parts of your leg, your buttocks may be tight, so walk your dog. Feel the energy pulsating through your body, palms pressing into the earth, fingertips pointing toward the front of the mat. Come up on your toes. Feel a stretch. And if you feel comfortable, let the soles of your feet reach to the earth. Your head is just resting comfortably in between your arms. See what feels right for you. Find the breath, come back to the breath. And then very slowly, with intention, let your handprints move towards the back of the mat. Hang in your forward fold, your Uttanasana. You can keep your legs straight. You can bend your legs if there's still a tightness in your hamstrings. You can even crisscross the arms. Move into a ragdoll. Find the breath, a gentle movement. And then with knees bent, or bend the knees if they're not bent, slowly come up. A gentle back bend always feels nice. And then move your hands Anjali Mudra in front of your heart center. Just check in with the body at this point. Notice how you feel. Reconnect with your breath. Come back to the present moment. Feel the soles of your feet planted into the earth. Pausing for a moment in the mountain pose at Tadasana. Let your shoulders roll up toward your ears, slide down your back. Your palms automatically face the front of the room. Engagement of belly, crown lifted, chin slightly tucked. Find the breath. Soften the gaze in your eyes if that feels comfortable, if it feels right for you. Let the body soften, but feel the strength within your body. Know what you are capable of achieving. Open your eyes if your gaze is closed. Inhale your arms overhead, alongside your ears, palms facing each other. Step the right foot forward, preparing for your warrior one, your Veerabhadrasana one. In the Kripalu tradition, the toes are lifted, but if it offers you more comfort and more balance, you can flatten your back foot, all four corners planted into the earth. See what feels right for you. See how you feel more focused and more balanced. Reconnect to the breath, reaching fingertips towards sky. Feeling all the weight move into your forward leg, knee in line with your ankle. Finding the breath. And then moving the hands in front of the heart center. Still connecting to the breath. Being thankful. Being filled with all the gifts that the universe offers you at this time. Letting your hands lower to your forward thigh, pressing into that thigh for balance as you slowly straighten the body and move your left foot to meet the right foot. Again, rearranging yourself for comfort, finding solace in the present moment. Allowing your body to soften, your feet rooted into the earth. On a breath, let your arms rise to the side, fingertips pointed down towards the earth. Feel the weight move into the sole of your left foot as you tip the toes on the right foot. Find a dristi point, a gaze point in front of you. And slowly, with intention, lift your right leg. You can flex your foot as you move into a gentle balance, a stork pose, a crane. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly letting the arms float down beside you as the right leg releases to the earth. Noticing how you feel. Identifying and being in the present moment. Uniting your body, your mind, and your soul. As you inhale your arms overhead, swan dive down. If the hamstrings are warm, keep your legs straight. If not, bend your legs. Uttanasana. Let your fingertips walk right above your knees. Gaze over the front of your mat as you move into a half lift. Inhale your arms overhead again. A gentle back bend. Swan dive down again. And this time move your right leg back. Move your left leg back and find your downward facing dog. Walk the dog again if it feels comfortable. Come up on toes. Soles of your feet move back towards the earth. Fingertips separated, planted into the earth, pointed towards the front of the mat. And find the breath. Let your fingers stay where they are as your toes walk up towards your fingertips, towards the front of the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Half lift, fingertips right above your knees. Engagement of belly, gaze over the front of your mat. Bend your knees, arms circle the side as you come up. Hands release in front of the heart center. Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Release your arms by your side. Find that mountain pose again, that Tadasana. Again, rearranging yourself, finding comfort, your connection to your mat, to the space in the air around you. Inhale your arms overhead, palms facing each other, and step your right leg back, finding your warrior one pose. Again, if it's the Kripalu tradition that you follow, keep your right toes lifted. If you need to flatten your foot, do so. All four corners planted into the earth. Engagement of your inner thigh just help keep your hips in line. If your toes are lifted, your hips are squared towards the front of the mat. And find the breath. Arms lifted and reaching. Move your hands in front of the heart center. Notice, receive. Engagement of the belly helps keep you balanced. And then lower your palms to the front thigh. Press into your front thigh as you move your right foot up to meet the left. Again, noticing how the body feels. Arriving and staying in the present moment with intention, with focus. Letting the soles of your feet root into the earth. Inhaling your arms alongside your body. Fingertips pointing down. The right sole is planted into the earth and begin to tip the toes on the left foot. So you could move into your balance posture, crane or stork. Find that dristi point in front of you and then begin to lift. Engagement of the belly, flexing the foot for stability, finding the breath. And slowly lowering arms, lowering leg, and pausing for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulders roll back, find your mountain pose. Chin slightly tucked, crown lifted. Feeling the strength as you soften the gaze in your eyes. Inhaling the arms overhead, swan diving down. Reaching the earth and stepping your right foot back, stepping your left foot back, and finding your downward facing dog again. You should be more warmed up by now, so maybe it's a little bit easier to reach the soles of your feet to the earth. Broaden your shoulders, feel the expansion in the back. Your head release loosely between your arms. Take another breath and then roll the chest forward. You're in your plank pose now. Your belly is engaged. Feel the strength in your arms. If this is at all too difficult for you, flatten the tops of your feet and lower your knees to the earth. That's fine. You're modifying your plank pose. If you feel okay, let your right hand move to the center of the mat as you spin the body. Extend your left arm up. And again, you can always release your right knee to the earth to modify the pose. If you feel strong today, lift the hips. Press into the earth. Engagement of biceps and triceps. Connecting to the breath. And coming down. Pausing in your plank pose for a moment. And preparing to twist. So move the palm of the left hand over towards the center of the mat. As you spin the belly, extend the right arm up, remembering that you could lower the left knee for modification, or if you just need to rest, whatever feels right. Coming down into plank one more time. And then lowering with the chaturanga, flattening the feet to the earth, crocodile the hands, and let the right knee bend, turn the cheek in the direction of the raised knee, and rest. Reconnecting with your breath. Letting everything soften and become even, quiet, seamless. Noticing the stillness. Letting the right leg release as you turn the cheek in the opposite direction. Let the left leg release or move up towards the chest. Cheek turns. Crocodile hands. Just soften. Reacquaint yourself with stillness, with the breath. Feel how the energy in the body has shifted, has changed. Notice how the mind feels. Feel all the breath moving through your body. Another breath. And then let the left leg release long as you turn the head towards the center of the mat. Press into the earth. Come up. Come around and let the soles of the feet come together as you prepare for a Badakanasana, a bound angle. You can keep the soles of your feet towards the groin. You can keep them more in a diamond shape. If you have blankets or blocks, you can place support underneath your thighs or your knees with the block, with the blanket. You can even sit on a blanket if you need that forward tilt in your pelvis. However you find comfort, hold on to the soles of your feet. Your elbows are alongside your ankles. Your spine is as tall and lifted as possible. Your crown is reaching. Just find engagement with the breath. Moving the navel a little bit towards the spine. And then begin to fold forward as you open the groin, open the hips. Feel the length in your back. Keep your spine long, especially if there's any disc issues or back issues. And if you have none of those back issues or any spine issues, you can tuck the chin a little bit further and rearrange yourself and round the spine, offering a release that the spine or the back body normally doesn't feel. Connecting to the breath, maybe using the elbows to open and release the hips, the groin up a little bit more. Finding the breath, sitting with the breath, not focusing on the difficulty of the pose, just what feels right for your body today. Inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready to release, if you're rounded, begin to lengthen and straighten the spine. Gaze over the front of your mat, engagement of the belly, and slowly lift. Release your fingertips from the soles of your feet or your toes and gather the knees together. Just extend the legs and for a moment just pause and reconnect to the body, reconnect to the breath. And we'll prepare for another movement or opening of the quadriceps, the spine. Well, not so much the spine, the quadriceps and the groin area. So if you have a bolster, find your bolster. If not, you can use rolled blankets to receive your back body. Place the bolster behind you. And sit with your knees bent, your feet on the outside of your knees. Now if this is at all uncomfortable for you, and you have an extra blanket, you can place it between your knees on the tops of your heels. It just takes off a little pressure. You can even place the blanket underneath your knees if you have any knee complaints, if your knees are bothering you today. If you have a healthy spine, move the bolster a little bit away from your lumbar area, your back area. If there's, again, any difficulties in your spine or your back hurts today, keep it closer, right up against your buttocks. If you have a loop on your bolster, hold on to the loop or just find the edges of it as you move into a saddle pose. Slowly come down. Let the bolster receive your back body. Let your head come down, your neck come down, your arms release by your side. If there's any discomfort at all underneath your neck, you could take a small rolled blanket or a towel and place it right in the crevice of your neck. You don't want your chin lifted, your head up like as demonstrated here. More of a neutral chin and neutral bend to your neck. So feel what is right for your body. It's a very deep opening of the quadriceps, of the groin area. It's an opening of the front body. So in these moments of quiet, in this moment of stillness, if you can allow yourself to be still in this supported saddle pose, mind quiet. Body receive all the benefits of this opening, this heart opening, and rest in stillness. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the deep stretch in the quadriceps and the groin. Moving into stillness, noticing these still moments. Feeling the energy move through your body. Allow yourself to stay in this supported saddle pose for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to release, if your gaze was softened, begin to open your eyes. Press into the earth, tuck your chin towards your chest, and slowly, very slowly and very mindfully begin to straighten the body. Coming up to a straight spine. Letting your legs unfold, placing the soles of your feet on the mat. Pressing into the earth and letting your knees windshield wipe from right to left. Just finding a little bit of circulation, a little bit of movement in your legs. Come into stillness, moving your bolsters or any props that you've had off of your mat. Bending your knees, returning to a table position for a moment. Pressing your palms into the earth, wrists under shoulders, and then walking your palm prints up, one hand length, tucking your toes, letting your knees hover for a moment as you release and press your hips towards the back of the mat, and move into a downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling, walking the dog if there's any tightness left. Just pausing for a moment, feeling this stillness in this powerful movement. Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly walk toes and fingertips towards the center of the mat. Hanging your forward fold for a moment, your Uttanasana, hands along the sides of your feet. Remembering to bend the knees if there's any tightness in your hamstrings. And then slowly coming up. You can circle the arms overhead. You can just move the palms along the center of your body into Anjali Mudra. Being thankful that you're here today to practice. Honoring your body. Letting your mind quiet. But letting your body move and flow. Release your hands. Step the left foot back as you move the right foot up. Bend the knee. Keep your knee in line with your ankle. All four corners of your back foot are planted into the earth. Upper extremities are lifted, lower extremities reach down towards the earth. As you open the arms along the heart center, reach the fingertips towards the front of the mat, gaze over the middle finger for your Veerabhadrasana 2, your Warrior 2. Feel the strength and feel the four corners of your feet reaching into the mat. Let your knee be in line with your ankle, all the weight in your forward leg. Arms opening along the heart center, right across. Gaze over the front middle finger and breathe. Feel the power in your warrior pose. Feel powerful in this moment of stillness. And then bend your right elbow. Let it come down on your right forward thigh as you reach the left arm overhead. Let your bicep just graze your ear in your lateral angle. Inhale and exhale. And slowly come up. Find your Warrior 2 again. Straighten your leg, and then we'll pivot to the opposite side. So this time your forward leg is your left leg. It's bent. Your knee is in line with your ankle. Your right leg, all four corners of your foot are planted into the earth. Find a stance that's comfortable for your body size, your body type. Engagement of the belly, lower body pressing into the earth, upper body reaching and lifting. Arms opening along the heart center. Gaze over the middle finger on your left arm. Warrior 2, Veerabhadrasana 2. Left arm bends. It bends and lands right on the forward leg. Right arm reaches across. Right bicep just about grazes your ear for your lateral angle. Take a few breaths. And then slowly lift. Return to your Warrior 2. Let your right arm come down. Your left leg comes back as you cartwheel into a downward facing dog. Pause for a moment. Toes walk up towards the front of the mat. Bend your knees, circle the sun, and come up. Gentle back bend. Arms come down in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Release your arms. Inhale your arms overhead. Find temple fingers. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can move one hand to your waist and just keep one arm extended and lifted. Feel what is right for your body in this movement as we prepare for half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Tip to the right. Let your left hip move to the left. Your shoulder blades move towards the back of the room. Inhale and exhale. Come up, lengthen the body, and then tip in the opposite direction. Shoulder blades towards the back of the room, engagement of the belly. Lift, release, notice, and feel. Find your mountain pose. Find the strength and the serenity and stillness. And then inhale your arms overhead. Swan dive down. Fingertips right above your knees, half lift. Release to the earth. Right leg comes back, left leg comes back. Just find a plank as you roll the chest forward, feeling the strength in your triceps and your biceps. And then release your right knee, flatten the top of your foot. Release your left. Just come up in a hero's pose for a moment. Reconnecting to the breath. Let yourself come on your side. Extend your legs long in front of you. If you had a bolster that you used for your supported saddle pose, find your bolster again, or you can even find a rolled blanket if that works best. Place the bolster along the front of your body. vertical. Inhale your arms alongside your ears. Lengthen and stretch the upper body and begin to fold forward. Paschimottanasana, supported with the bolster or a blanket. You can receive your chin or your forehead with stacked fists. If you have a block, you can use your block to receive your forehead. Again, whatever feels comfortable. Begin to turn inward now, to slow the body down, to let the mind be active, be aware always. Focusing on the breath, focusing on stillness, beginning to turn inward. Inhaling and exhaling. A few more rounds of breath. And then lift the forehead, straighten the spine as you engage the belly. Come on up to a seated position. And remove the bolster or the blanket. And just pause for a moment as you prepare to come down on your back body. Bend the knees and slowly lower yourself to the earth. Hug the knees in for a minute, squeeze them in tightly towards your belly and just roll from right to left. Give the lower back, the sacrum, a gentle massage. And then lower both feet to the earth. Cross your right leg over your left. Flex your right toes. Lift your left leg and interlace your arms behind that left thigh as you move into figure 4. Opening the hips a little bit more, stretching the groin area. Now move that left leg towards your chest. Let all the energy move through your shoulders. Let your shoulders do the work. Use that right elbow to help open your right leg a little bit more. And find the breath. Soften the gaze if that feels right for you. Connect to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe trying to move that leg a little bit closer in towards the chest. As you move the right leg away with the help of your elbow. Release fingertips. Let the soles of your feet come to the earth as we prepare for the opposite side. So begin by crossing your left leg over the right, lifting your right leg from the earth, and then interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh. Your left elbow is on your left leg, and let the shoulders move the right leg in towards your chest. Keep your toes flexed on your left foot, and push the left leg away with your left elbow. Inhale and exhale. Notice the difference from side to side. Which side is more open? And let the breath guide you. Inhaling and exhaling. This right leg is just dangling here, not doing much of anything. Your shoulders are active, your elbow is active. And then slowly release your fingertips and cross your legs. Extend your legs skyward. Find the outer edges of your feet. Flex your feet and move your knees down towards your shoulders as you move into a happy baby pose. You can massage the sacrum again by rocking your baby from right to left. Or just move your knees down, reaching your feet towards the sky. Opening the hips, the groin. Settling once again into stillness. Noticing the energy that your body has created. And finding the breath. Another round of breath and inhale and exhale. And then let the soles of the feet come together as you extend your right leg long on the mat, your left leg long on the mat. If you have a sandbag or some other weight, a folded blanket, you can take it now and have it available and place it right on the tops of your hips to weigh yourself down, to quiet your body down a little bit more as you connect to the earth in your final resting pose, your Shavasana. You can use your bolster underneath the backs of your knees. If your legs are hurting, you can even find a constructive rest, your knees touching, your knees bent, soles of your feet on the mat. Feel what is right for your Shavasana. Let your feet splay apart, your arms as well along the sides of your body. Release any tension in your neck. Roll your head from right to left. You can use the blanket under the back of your neck that you used in your supported saddle pose if there's any discomfort in the back of your neck. And you could even cover yourself with your blanket. Your body needs to wind down now and warm up. This is your Shavasana, your resting pose, resting posture. So allow the mind to quiet. Allow the breath to soften and be seamless again. Noticing the breath. Coming back to the breath always. Thanking yourself for practicing today. For honoring your body. For trying poses that maybe you've done 100 times before. Or maybe they were new to you today. Settling and releasing and letting go. Moving into a quiet place, a still place. You can rest in your Shavasana for as long as the body likes. And when you're ready to release, just find some movement in your fingertips and your toes. Deepen the breath. Let your arms reach overhead, the soles of your feet on the mat. And then begin to roll to your right side. Let any props release to the earth. Come into your fetal position, cradling your head and your forearm. Thanking yourself for being kind to your body today. Pressing into the earth, lifting yourself up slowly, letting your head come up last. And finding that comfortable seat again, whatever feels right for your body. Sukhasana, legs extended long in front of you. Move your hands in front of your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Soften the gaze in your eyes. And allow me to read a passage from Dana Fall's Book of Poetry, her book, Limitless. Make this day your own, without having to change even the smallest detail of your outer experience. Let your inner world be one of ease, expansion, laughter, and acceptance of what is. Flaws, failures, and doubts are part and parcel of the whole. Instead of looking at them as obstacles, move through them as doorways. Experience them fully, take them in stride, and the day feels magical. Decide to dance with difficulties, turn challenges into choices, and the way opens before you. In truth, there is no place like home, the home of serenity and strength, the home of self-acceptance and compassion, the home where you can laugh at your own mistakes and celebrate being awake. Inhale and exhale. Sit in the moment. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace, 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 as you walk this earth all the days of your life. Namaste.